Hey everyone, and welcome to Vancouver Island Bushcraft. I've come to the bivouac for 2 or 3 hours just to relax a little bit. My wife's working till 8 or 9, and thought I'd come in here and maybe have a little bit of supper. And also I want to review a product. I was sent this product by a manufacturer, and it's actually kind of interesting. I'll keep you guys informed. Stay with me. All right, brought the SKS as usual. So here's my pack, and inside I brought for supper, I got some sausages, artesian cabbage roll sausages, half price, great deal, and got a pork steak. Now what I wanted to show you, this pack is usually pretty full. What usually is here is the few days of provisions. I took out 3 days of provisions so I could put that stuff in, but I wanted to show you the thing that I'm going to review. This pack is full. It's ready to go. But on top, I have these what's called Fozzils. And the thickness here is, oh, mosquito. The thickness here is almost 0. And I actually have a bowl, another bowl, a plate, another plate, a cup, and another cup. That all fit on top. Like, this is as full as I can put my pack, and this all fit here and took up literally no more room because the zippers were tight already and didn't make any difference whatsoever. So this is quite the product. I'm going to put these together and show you what these are all about in a bit. But the biggest thing, like, regardless of, you know, they're great, they snap together, and I'll show you all the cool stuff. The cool thing is I have 2 complete sets of dishes sitting here that weigh nothing. I think that is amazing. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what these are all about. This is the cup, and basically it's flat plastic, it's got snaps, and a very intuitive way of putting it together. And it's all there is to it, is just snapping it in. And you have yourself a cup. It's got graduations, so you can tell the amount of water that you have. And yeah, so this is the cup. There's 2 of those. Here is the bowl. Same idea, flat, almost no height whatsoever. The time to put these together, I don't know, a few seconds. So this is the bowl. Comparatively speaking to the cup, fairly big difference, and graduations as well for the bowl itself. And the plate, exactly the same idea. And you have yourself a very good sized plate. So here are the 3 that take up literally no room whatsoever in my pack. And sorry guys. And they sent these to me, no charge, so full disclosure. And I'm going to have my supper on these tonight. The fact that I can bring a bowl, a cup, and a plate that doesn't take any space in my pack or weight is pretty significant. So these are called Fozzils, and you know, you can easily Google these as to where to get them. I mean, Fozzils obviously has their website, and I'm pretty impressed so far. I've tried them once at home. I put some rice-a-roni in it in the bowl, and no issues. The heat goes through pretty good, so you got to make sure you're holding it at the top or holding with your fingers around, that kind of thing. But other than that, it works great. So I've got them all done up, and look at the amount of volume that this would normally take if you have this packed, even if it's stacked. And it's still, sorry about that. I'm using my cell phone. I wasn't actually planning on coming here. I mean, that's still a significant amount of space. There's my hand. That it stays. All right, we got a little fire going. I just used sticks and the ferro rod. I couldn't show you because I got the just the cell phone. I couldn't prop it up. It's one of these new iPhone 7s. They're all roundy, so I couldn't do it. But we'll get this sucker going, and then we'll get some supper on. All right, we got her going pretty good here. I got the metal rungs on. I'm trying to use all alder except for this piece here and one more that was pine to get it going a little bit, but all of them I'm using alder because I don't want it to spit. And I guess we'll put the old rack on. There we go. Let everything burn off of the rack and have some good old pork steak, sausages, another pork steak. I think I'll cook them all. Because my wife's going to be home at 8 o'clock. And she'll have worked pretty hard all day, so I think I'll bring some back for my wife. So I'm going to cook all this stuff up and eat the food off of the Fozzil's plate, and maybe have some something to drink out of the Fozzil's cup, and see how they work. I know the with the bowl, one thing I noticed with the bowl, I was having rice-a-roni, and the rice did get caught a little bit in the creases. So not that that's a big deal, but since I am doing a review on it, make sure good and bad reviews. My biggest thing is the fact that I can bring like this entire cook set out camping, and literally myself and somebody else could have an entire cook set. It didn't even weigh anything, or that's the big thing. Like that, if it was nothing else, that would definitely sell me on these things, because they're so small. Good sized plates though, good sized cups, good sized bowls, average, you know, like just like your kitchen bowls, cups and plates. So that's good with that. And I can't wait to see how the knife cuts on the plate, and see if it causes any issues or anything like that. So we'll see. Fire's almost ready, I think. She's getting there. And we'll put that the steaks and the sausage on there and have some supper. There we go, she's on. Like you guys know, I like cooking over the fire as opposed to just charcoal, and that should be pretty darn good. What do you think, guys? It's looking pretty darn good. Okay, we got the steak, we've got the sausage, and we got some water, all ready to go. So I'm going to start the steak out, and I'm going to cut right on the plate and see if there's any cut marks. I can't hold a cell phone at the same time, so I will show you the after results in 1 second. That's really good steak. So, cut marks, absolutely none. As far as I can see. When I clean it, I might be able to tell, but as far as I can tell, there's no cut marks whatsoever. One thing I think would be a really good idea is if they had, say, the bowl, and they had it set up so that all four sides and the bottom, all five sides, quote unquote, would be exactly the same size, so you can actually fold it up into the square of the bottom and put it in your pocket. Because as it stands, these things here fit in the backpack really good, but you can't fold it all up and put it in your pocket. So as EDC, not possible. For packing, obviously possible. As you can see, the cup, it would not fold, and I've tried it, which is why one of the ones have a white mark on it. I tried to fold it up so that it would fit in my pocket, and it doesn't. But it wouldn't take much in the way of design to set up one of these so that it all folds up into one small square and then snaps shut. And then those of us bushcrafters can actually have a bowl, EDC, in one of our pockets. So something to think about. Holds water, no problem. When I grab it, it doesn't want to collapse on my hand. It's actually quite firm. It's not weak at all. Yeah, drinks good. The edge is a little sharp, not sharp, but you can tell it's, you know, but that's, the thinner they are, of course, the more it'll be like that. And I think I'd rather have it thin then have a rolled edge, but I don't know if there's any way they could finish the edge so that it wasn't sharp-ish. But overall, really good dishes. Everything seems to hold really well. They don't come undone, which is nice. They snap really tight, and they come apart really well as well. When I did the rice-a-roni thing, I washed it in the sink, and it washed really easy. So overall, I think it's a really good product. Thank you so much, Fozzils, for sending me these. I appreciate it. And as far as my recommendations, I would recommend these without issue. Everything's great on them. I don't see any downsides. A couple of suggestions for you guys. If you have any more suggestions as subs, feel free to let me know, and we'll go from there. I'm going to finish my steak. These cabbage roll sausages are fantastic. I'm having them, and they're quite tasty. Cabbage rolls. But as I'm eating it, I did notice some cut marks on the plate. So I'll spin you around, and there they are right there. They're not deep by no means, but they do create small cut marks. I don't know what the overall effect of using this repeatedly would be. My guess is probably nothing, but worth noting, this is a review, good or bad. You guys get to hear everything. So yeah, it definitely did cause cut marks. I'm using my Mora, which is razor sharp, so that could be the reason. But yeah, if you guys are going to get one of these, maybe just use normal kitchen knives, that kind of thing. Although, like I said, I don't think it's going to be an issue whatsoever. It's not going to cut through or anything like that. Just it makes a mark. So that was a nice filling supper. Nothing like some steaks on the fire. I really like the pork steaks too. I love the ribeyes, of course. They're fantastic, but the pork steaks, they're fantastic. Pork shoulder is what they are, and they taste really good over the fire. I had forgotten any seasoning, so that was the best choice inadvertently that I could have made, because they have a lot of flavor in their own. So I'm just going to sit around here for a little bit and enjoy the fire, and the peace and quiet and the relaxation is going to be really nice for a little bit. And I'll stay here for about another hour or so, I guess, and then I'll put the fire out and head on home. They still haven't built the gate up where the road is, so I can still drive in quite a ways. Just a matter of time before they build it, of course, and then I'll have to hike in a little more, but I mean, it's nothing major. So I think that was a really good review on the plate, the cup, and the bowl. Thank you, Fozzils, for sponsoring this video. I think that's fantastic. Nothing like getting free stuff. One thing that anybody who decides to do that for me or with me has to realize that they will get a honest review. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if they pay me. They're going to get an honest review. So the product better be good. Otherwise, they're not going to be happy with the review. As for these cup, bowl, and plate, I see no issues with them whatsoever. A fantastic addition to cookware, and I'm going to be using them, I think, exclusively. It's better than bringing paper plates and the metal plates, because they break down so easily. So I'm going to be actually using those. So I'm not just going to review them and put them away. I'm actually going to be using mostly the plates. As for a cup, I mean, I use my metal cup, and the bowl, I would probably use the pot that I have. But the plates are definitely something that I'm going to be bringing with me every single time. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. It's starting to get a little dark, so you guys take care, and I'll see you next time on Vancouver Island Bushcraft. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Have a great day, guys.